Thank you, Victor. Well, data privacy and security on the internet is a concern for users across the board. We must take preventive and corrective measures to ensure the safety of our customers and business in the long run. Now we have Nikhil and Kriti Aggarwal, founder Aanha Services, a digital marketing firm, to talk about the challenges of running businesses during COVID and growing demand of web designers and developers now more than ever before.
Thank you, Neha. Well, we definitely saved the best for the last. For this session, we have with us a very special guest. She's an engineer by qualification and a certified digital marketer by profession, who happens to be a GoDaddy Pro as well, Kriti Aggarwal. After working as a web developer and digital marketer for multiple global firms across sectors, Kriti founded Aanha Services, a digital marketing organization based in Delhi in the year 2019, with a mission to help businesses to scale and expand by providing resourceful marketing solutions. She's also passionate about supporting other women in the tech community and has been actively working to help empower Indian women in the profession. Welcome, Kriti, to Expand 2021.
Hi, Nikhil. It's my honor to connect with you, and thank you so much for an overwhelming introduction. So, talking about my personal and professional journey, the idea to step into this career was not something that was a thought of, but something that began after I went through multiple MNCs rejections, interview rejections during my college career, that I found that this is not something I'm bound to, but something I have to do on my own to start my career. And that's when came up the idea to start up Aanha. Aanha Services, with its mantra of more marketing, more customers, more business, is still going in the industry of digital marketing by capturing new verticals and helping businesses grow digitally, as well as making them brand offline too. Beginning from the very first step of website development, Aanha Services has also done exhibitions for clients and make them reach their goals. Once a company is associated with Aanha Services, we make sure we provide them every possible solution to their technical problem, be it related to servers, data management, recruitments, marketing, sales strategies. We help them cover each and everything to their problems.
Thank you, Kriti. Thank you for sharing your personal and professional journey. If I may ask, at GoDaddy, right, we help people name their dream. How did the name Aanha come about? Was it something, something you thought about or your family thought about, or how did you name your venture, basically?
Okay. So my journey to start Aanha was not initially began just after my college, but I began this when I went into the family business and took my family business digitally first. That's when I knew that I can do something and I can build up my own brand with the name Aanha. Okay, so Aanha is something that joins the name of my parents, my mother and my father, and with that it comes that the zeal and zest in me that I can never let this name go down, and that is the reason this has come up with the name as Aanha Services.
Wonderful,
Not
wonderful.
only
That's
limited
so
to marketing, but it's definitely going to add more verticals to it in the near future.
No, that's very powerful. Thank you for sharing the story, combining your parents' name, and obviously gives you the inspiration every day. Talking about inspiration, Kriti, I mean, being a woman entrepreneur, a web developer, a digital marketer, right? I mean, in India, as we know, the startup ecosystem is thriving. A lot of, IPOs happening, a lot of funding coming. But being a woman, right, it's never easy, to be successful given the existing barriers to entry for, especially in tech, right? I mean, the women participation in tech field has increased over 10%, in the last few years. But nevertheless, it's a hard road for people who aspire to, be successful. It'll be great if you could share your journey line, as a woman, and perhaps some advice and inputs you could give to other budding women entrepreneurs, who want to achieve what you have achieved and come into the tech field.
See, to every person out there, I would just want to say that the only thing matters is what you want and how badly you want it. And for women, it's time that they be their own boss. talking about myself, even my career for this industry did not begin it was so easy for me to do and ignore my familial responsibilities. No, I have been juggling a lot between my personal and professional. Even today I do it, but it's all about how well you manage and how badly do you want to prioritize your things related to be it work or home. If I talk about my own self, I belong to a joint family and a place where not everybody is made or allowed to do work. Not especially women are not allowed to work that much. But it was just my idea and my thought to take this forward, because took it as a sense that I can work from anywhere. I have made my setups and management system in a way that I'm just a call away from all the emergencies coming to me, whether at home or at work. And then it's become easy for me to just work and balance my life, personal and professional. And to everybody in this industry, I would just say this, that this is something you need to know from your own end. You have everything by yourself. You are not dependent on anyone for any work. You just need knowledge, know-how, and you're good to go. You just need a laptop and an internet connection, and you can begin your work from anywhere.
So Kriti, talking about the pandemic, right? I mean, last year and a half has been tough for everybody, be it a consumer, be it a business, be it a large business, right? But small businesses, which is the audience, really GoDaddy thrives and really wants to help them grow and prosper, have been badly affected. As we know, over 40% of countries' output comes from small businesses. They're the second largest source of employment. But access to capital has always been challenging for small businesses. And with these current circumstances, with revenue slowing down, it has become very difficult. What has been your experience and perhaps experience through Aanha services, interacting with small businesses as to what they are doing, how they're surviving, and perhaps some of the advice you give to small businesses as they look, in this pandemic age, how to prosper?
Okay. So, talking about taking small businesses and helping them thrive in this pandemic has been definitely challenging, because first, it is very difficult to help somebody or to convince somebody to take their business online. A local customer or a local shop owner, he doesn't, not everybody knows the advantage digital is providing to them. And in the pandemic, they have definitely faced financial losses too. So, convincing people to go digital and make them feel the importance of what potential clients they are missing and what branding they are missing is very, very challenging. Even for Aanha services, we made sure that our clients who are essential workers should have a strategy so that they can continue working even when the country is locked down, but their services are still in the country giving services and facilities to people, or they are probably in the government departments helping them, and they cannot shut down their office. For them, Aanha services came up with office on cloud strategy, where we built up their complete setup on cloud basis, and their employees could they could work from their home. Their all databases, clients, customer relations was all managed on the system, and they could easily take it forward. Similarly, for the small businesses, we help them by making e-commerce shops, because their personal shops were closed and they could not thrive financially as well. So the digital was the only media for them to take it online, be it through e-commerce shop or through email marketings, or reaching out to their customers through WhatsApp, knocking them again and again and again is what helped them thrive this pandemic. And I would suggest everybody the same, that you need to go digital one or the other day, and but this is the essential time. After a few years, this would be something that everybody is onto, and you will really miss the brand building which people are doing it today.
Thank you, Kriti. And you talked about initially the hesitation, for businesses to go online, and pandemic obviously has kind of forced upon that curve. Digital skilling, right? Education is a critical part of not only small business, but the country's success, right? There's a lot of upskilling, there's a lot of reskilling, which is needed. And, GoDaddy has been, at the center of it. During pandemic last year, we launched during the first wave, right? We launched GoDaddy Academy, which was essentially an initiative by us to help both help the web designers to be certified so they can be able to market themselves well, and also have the ability to kind of upskill themselves, and also digital courses for small businesses. We also conduct our global entrepreneurship survey every year, and based on the survey, the latest survey we did, 1/3 of small businesses actually want to invest more in digital education and skilling. So skilling is needed, and it's actually need of the hour, right? Especially with the digitization pace happening. Um, what would you say, to again small businesses, or what would you advise, or your experience about digital skilling, and what should both current customers, or perhaps prospective web designers who are trying to build a business, do to continuously skill themselves, and the importance of digital skilling?
The IT industry is expanding exponentially over the years, and the need to make presence digitally has risen over the past year to a next level. However, people have suffered financial loss in their businesses. Making people aware of business opportunities and skills to do so is a great initiative by GoDaddy. And this is also creating job opportunities for people who are in the business, and they want to learn something new or looking for new job opportunities. This is something completely new. I everybody every day encounter many new people who are doing courses related to digital marketing, and wanting to build something on their own. And similarly, for small businesses, it is of utmost importance right now, because every single person is having access to internet, be it Google search engine, and every single person is on one of the social media platforms. If I talk about LinkedIn, I talk about Twitter, I talk about Facebook, every single person is there. So just not only reaching to your local audience and reaching to a whole new audience on the internet is something which is very important for every industry. If I talk about my own industry, it is very important for me to reach out to the clients who are online and probably surfing on the Facebook or on the LinkedIn, and they need to know that how can they scale their own business through it. Scaling definitely is important for this, and one should know that this is something they are losing onto it, and the kind of brand they can build through it is going to give them returns in next direction.
So, Preeti, during this pandemic, we just talked about how difficult and challenging it has been. If you could share an example, perhaps, of a particular industry or a vertical, maybe it's a grocery store, maybe it's a manufacturing business, during the pandemic, how you really helped them, go from perhaps what was not an online presence to an online presence, and the thought process that those businesses go through, right? Because it's always not easy for them to decide, especially with the financial constraint. I think that kind of case study would be wonderful for the audiences to hear from you.
Yeah. So, Nikhil, talking about taking a company on board or digital on this during this pandemic was definitely challenging than it is now, because any day a person is facing a financial loss, and asking the person that they can probably thrive through digital and making them convinced through this is again a struggle for us, because a person who is not able to do his daily chores or things related to his life, how can he be convinced for marketing? That's when we understood their problem and helped them build up a e-commerce site for the same, because their products were something related to machinery, and the machines were continuously running during the pandemic as well. They came under essential services and they were running, but they had the spare parts for those things, and those spare parts are required by the machineries. Now the shop is locked due to the pandemic, but the machines are working because they come under essential services. So what did they do? We asked them that you can build an e-commerce site and probably show them that these are the products that you sell. And probably with that, once you have an online digital scale, we can also request for a certificate in your company's name that this is being sold for the government department, because they were dealing with government departments, and government departments do need this. But local transporter, the pavement ways, they don't know that you are on COVID emergency working lines. So that is when the e-commerce site to them helped. They could promote their products and sell those things to the other people, and they could take this over during the pandemic.
Thank you, Kriti. I think it's a great example and some good learnings for the audiences. Talking about GoDaddy, where which is us. First of all, thank you for being a partner and a lifeline to many customers who want to come online. How has the experience with GoDaddy been? Right, obviously you must be using some GoDaddy products. Maybe some of your customers who come to you, you recommend hopefully are GoDaddy products. How's been the journey with GoDaddy been so far?
So GoDaddy, how did I found about GoDaddy? It was something when I first started from the scratch to set up a digital scale business for taking up my family business online. I researched about the hosting platforms and everything, and that's when after the comparison it came out to me that GoDaddy is offering the best services and also giving me 24/7 support related to my products. That's when I bought a domain and a server from GoDaddy, and with its instant website building software, I could easily create a website. Earlier, it was something that I had to hire a web developer to get my family's business website live, but we faced a drastic mishappening thing there, that the person shut down our site in overnight, and we couldn't do anything about it. That's when I searched for this, and GoDaddy has an instant builder to create a website online, and I could take it up in a day or two. Content prepared by the content writers. That's when I took this service of GoDaddy, and it's been 3 years now that I'm taking services of hostings with GoDaddy, domains with GoDaddy, and the renewal processes are very easy, and it's been a credible job that I don't feel like switching myself from GoDaddy to any other service provider.
Thank you, Kriti, and thank you for being a wonderful partner. So I think some very interesting learnings. First of all, thank you for sharing your journey as to how Aanha started and the inspiration and being a woman entrepreneur, the obstacles and the drive, and really the passion to succeed at what you want to do. Also sharing with us, how small businesses have been affected during pandemic and how they are evolving and their decision making and their thought process. Talking about the skilling part and the importance of digital skilling in the current world, and then also sharing some examples of some of the industries who have come online. Again, thank you for being part of Expand 2021. We are really humbled and honored to be partnering with the web developers and digital marketers like you to help what we do and what our mission is to help businesses come online, grow online, and thrive online. So thank you for participating, and we look forward to having many more interactions in the future.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Nikhil. It was a great conversation with you.